all about the fun. Tryna be the one, not another bum. So, fantasy football tips. Probably win one, maybe 2 or 3 ships. Oops, I meant hun. Eli is the one. Tyler makes the sum. Belosky and it's done. Woo!
This is the Tyler and Eli Fantasy Football Tips Podcast, Season 3, Episode 41. I am Tyler Belosky.
I'm Eli Belosky.
And Eli, I still can't get over the fact of our intro song. It is awesome. It's bumping throughout the whole house. Your brothers are still dancing to this day.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Thank you, Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe Gearing, again, knocked it out of the park for us. You can find him on Twitter, Gabe Gearing, or I think it's ManBunFF, something like that. Just look up Gabe Gearing. Either way, Gabe, thank you so much. It is awesome. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you enjoy our new logo. We do have t-shirts. I'll post them again on Twitter for you guys. And hopefully you guys want to order some. Just DM me, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, Eli, we have our 9s coming up. Unfortunately, there's really no breaking news or anything this past week. So we're not going to – LaShawn McCoy got into some trouble, maybe not trouble, but we're not going to talk about that until this final word. Other than that, there's no 9s. So we're going to go right into some listener question or comments from our first one's from DraftingSleepers.com. DraftingSleepers.com is a great social networking website. You can go there for baseball, basketball, hockey, football. That's where you can find our podcast. Just look up the Tyler and Eli Fantasy Football Tips Podcast. You'll find it there. We post questions. People post those questions. But tonight, Eli, City of Blue says, where is the thumb up emoji when you need one? That must mean he likes us.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we're getting out there and that people are starting to notice us.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And guys, we will always answer your questions when you send them to us on our show. So make sure you do that either on YouTube or on Drafting Sleepers or on Twitter. Eli, we have a comment by Jacob Bragg on YouTube. Why don't you go ahead and read his comment?
Well, his first one was, "This is my second year with you guys. High five. You're one of my favorite podcasts, and I listen to many. I want to argue with you sometimes, but that don't mean you're not awesome." And his second one was, "So excited. Fun new looking theme song. High five, you guys. You are one of my favorite shows."
Yeah, there you go.
And thank you, Jacob Bragg, for commenting. We would love to have some more comments from any of you guys out there listening. So we're going to answer them if you have questions.
Exactly. And make sure you subscribe, too. That'd be awesome. More subscribers means more listeners. So tonight we are going to do a mock draft. First of all, we are a little early tonight. This is Wednesday. We usually do a Saturday night show, but Eli, I am going to Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas for the National Fantasy Football Convention this weekend. There's 200 players, along with analysts, fantasy football, food, fun, some of the podcasters I listen to, I'm going to be in a couple of drafts.
Did you say food?
I did say food.
I want to come.
Texas barbecue, baby. Can't wait. No, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, seriously, though.
So we're putting out our mock draft podcast tonight. We're going to do a couple more throughout the rest of the summer. But we want to get a podcast out this week, so this is the best night for us. And so we're going to jump right into our mock draft. We're using draftwizards.com. It's from Fantasy Pros. We are doing a PPR 12-team, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, a flex, kicker, defense, and 6 benches. And we're going to be drafting from the number 6 spot. Along the way, we're going to give you some tips here and there. We'll talk about some of the players here and there. We'll kind of keep it short tonight. The first thing we want to mention tonight, we're going to go into the strategy of drafting receiver. However, when we get into the draft, we'll see how it goes. But next mock draft, we'll do running back, just to see the flow of the draft and how it all changes within months.
Yeah, and guys, this is computer, so it's not always going to turn out the way it will in real life with your real drafts. So just be cautious. If Antonio Brown falls to the 5th spot in your league, then something's up. He's not going to fall to the 5th spot.
That would be the latest.
With Ezekiel Elliott getting picked over him.
Yeah, the 5th, 6th spot would be the very latest for Brown. But anyways, So we are. Eli's right. We're drafting against a computer, the ADP, so they're going to be taking the best available player at that position. In your house leagues, you're not going to. Some guy's going to draft a kicker in the 3rd round for some reason. So be cautious of that. Be cautious of your grades, and you have a stacked team. That's what you get. So our first pick, Eli. First of all, Todd Gurley, Bell, David Johnson, Zeke Elliott, Antonio Brown went 1 through 5. So we're going to be sitting here in the 6th pick. We're going to go wide receiver. We're going to go Hopkins or Beckham.
I'd say Hopkins.
Let's go Hopkins, yeah. I mean, it's pretty clear cut, one of the two.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's going through. Barkley went, Kamara went, Hunt, Gordon. The first round, you're going to have all the superstars, the running backs, and the wide receivers. On the flip, Eli, we got A.J. Green, Devontae Adams for receivers. And just, you never know what's on the board. For the running backs, Jared McKinnon and Devontae Freeman would be the top 2 choices. I think
I'd say we go with A.J. Green.
Yeah.
At wide receiver.
I can get down with that. A.J. Green or Adams.
I mean, I think it's a little too early for Devontae Adams and same with Doug Baldwin and Larry Fitzgerald.
I think Adams early in the mid-second round, so that's not too bad. But we'll go A.J. Green.
Yeah.
Now, depending on who's in the next round, 3rd round, we may take a quarterback. Depends on who it is, but most people are skipping quarterbacks this early, but Aaron Rodgers did go with the 3-5 pick. Gronk already went. But let's just look at quarterbacks. You have Russell Wilson, Tom Brady. I think that's a little early for both of them. Those are the top 2 available. Running backs, we have Joe Mixon, Jordan Howard, and Kenyon Drake. And
I say
Collins.
We go Jordan Howard. I mean, he's the best running back out there, probably best choice out there. There is Doug Baldwin sitting in the 3rd round. I don't know, but that mean we'd go 3 receivers in a row. Do you think we should take Doug Baldwin?
As much as I don't like Doug Baldwin, going back to the quarterbacks, same with tight ends. Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz is there. Again, that's a little
too early for me.
Yeah, for a tight end. I mean, for Gronk was sitting at 3rd, maybe. But yeah, Doug Baldwin. As much as I don't like him, I think he'd be a solid flex for our team right now. And for our running backs, I think you're right, though. I think Jordan Howard would probably be the best option here out of those guys because the receiving core this year is so deep. So we're going to go with Jordan Howard.
It's the wide receivers this year are so deep. So we can get a flex in a couple rounds.
Exactly. Doug Baldwin did go a couple picks after us. Kenyon Drake went. Zach Ertz went in the 4th. Rashad Penny went. Deshaun Watson went in the 4th round. It looks like the 2nd quarterback off. So now we're going to go check out the quarterbacks real quick. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady. Again, I don't like Russell Wilson this year, as we mentioned last episode.
I think we should take Tom Brady, 4th round.
Tom Brady, 4th round. Let's look at the running backs real quick. Alex Collins, Darius Geis, and Deion Lewis. A little early for Geis and Lewis. Collins maybe sitting pretty good for us.
Wide receivers, Golden Tate and Alshon Jeffrey. There is Jarvis Landry and Juju, but I think Juju's going to go, for me, I'd pick him 5th round. Late 5th round.
We may be able to get him in the 5th. Right now I'm looking at Golden Tate and probably Alex Collins.
I say Alex Collins. Because we have get our 2nd running back.
I think that's a good choice right now for this mock draft. And Geis went, Landry went, Derrick Henry's gone, Juju did go. But you know what? Golden Tate just missed Golden Tate.
Check out the quarterbacks.
Yeah, we still got Russell Wilson and Tom Brady. This would be a good spot to pick up a quarterback because it is the 5th round. I mean, Tom Brady is still there. I'm not taking Russell Wilson. I don't care what you say.
I'm not taking Russell Wilson.
We kind of get Michael Crabtree or Marvin Jones for our flex. Because I like to play wide receiver in my flex.
Yeah. And that's one of our tips. Unless there's like a stacked running back there for your flex, then I'd get a wide receiver for your flex, especially in PPR leagues. They're going to get you way more points.
Exactly.
Because unless you're in a league where rushes are like 1 point or something, then maybe look into
rush attempts, yep.
Yeah, rush attempts.
All right, so there's really nothing too great here. Deion Lewis was there, but that's kind of a weak flex. So I think we should go quarterback this round. And let's go with Tom Brady.
Yeah, let's go with the GOAT.
All right, the GOAT. Nice. A little respect for the GOAT, Eli. Evan Ingram went. I really love Evan Ingram this year. I know OBJ is back, but I'm okay with that. Kyle Rudolph left. I love Kyle Rudolph this year.
Yeah, Kyle Rudolph is going to blow it up, I bet.
All right, so running backs, we still have Deion Lewis, Lamar Miller, but I think we should go with our wide receiver flex. Crabtree still there, Pierre Garçon, Robert Woods. And then let's just check out tight ends, Delaney Walker, Jordan Reed, Trey Burton.
I think it's a little too early for Delaney Walker.
Well, I think you're right, but I don't like Jordan Reed or Trey Burton this year.
That's true.
And if you look at our wide receiver flexes, it's Crabtree or Pierre Garçon. I think we should go tight end.
We should go, Delaney Walker.
And
then get a wide receiver for our flex.
Yeah, and then we fill out our starting positions. Now, some people will say, some people love to fill out their starting positions, but that's just right now. This is how this draft is falling. We're gonna draft the best available person for our team right now. So we got Devin Funchess, Randall Cobb, Cooper Kupp, and Devontae Parker for wide receiver flexes. There is Deion Lewis still. I mean, he is a PPR machine in the running backs.
I don't know. I mean, in Tennessee, he's got
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry in front of him. And he's got Marcus Mariota, which is not the best quarterback.
But
so I think we should pick up Devin Funchess.
Devin Funchess
as our flex.
All right, I'll let you pick that one. I would have gone with Deion Lewis, so maybe he's still there on the flip. So let's see.
That'd be
Funchess,
awesome.
That would be
8th round.
Cooper Kupp, Jimmy Garoppolo, Randall Cobb, Will Fuller, still looking good. Deion Lewis. All right, but now we're gonna get a running back, and now that we have our team filled out for the starters. Pretty much what I like to do is I like to flip-flop running back receiver, unless there's a great steal someplace. But I think we do need to get another running back. Duke Johnson, Tevin Coleman, or Marlon Mack.
I say Tevin Coleman.
Coleman.
I think he's going to get way more touches than Duke Johnson.
All right, wide receivers.
Because Carlos Hyde is there.
Yeah, you're right. He is a third down back, but he is also a third back there. Wide receivers, just to check them out real quick, Sterling Shepard, Jordy Nelson's there. But I think we do need to strengthen our running back core.
I think next round we can maybe get like Nelson Aguilar or something like that.
Yep.
Some guy like that.
So let's strengthen our running backs and get Tevin Coleman. It's a little early, I think, but we need those PPR points from Coleman.
Yeah.
So, rookie Kerryon Johnson went, Marshawn Lynch went, Carlos Hyde. Duke Johnson did go, but I'd rather have Hyde treat Coleman.
Running back round.
Jordy Nelson went, so it looks like we may be able to get Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, if he's the Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard or Nelson Aguilar for receiver. Just quickly check Rex Burkhead, Jamal Williams in the running backs, but we like receivers this year, so we're going to go with Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, definitely. With Eli Manning. I mean, even with OBJ in front of him, he got a lot of targets last year from Eli Manning.
You're right. All right, so just while this is loading up, we're going to go through our team real quick. We got quarterback Tom Brady, Jordan Howard, Alex Collins is our starting running backs. Our starting wide receivers are DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green. Starting tight end, Delaney Walker. Flex position, Devin Funchess out of Carolina. And our first running back off the bench is Tevin Coleman. And our third wide receiver off the bench is Sterling Shepard. Now, I'm looking at the buys this year. We have a pretty solid bye week. The
only two we have is Tevin Coleman and Delaney Walker and Alex Collins and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, and Sterling Shepard and AJ Green. However, there's two ways to draft when it comes to bye weeks. You either can spread them all out and take, or stack them all up so you take the one loss and get it done and over with. One year I remember I had pretty much 4 or 5 starters on my team, all the same bye week. I took the loss, I was okay with it, and I got that done and over with. So don't really worry about the buys. Let the buys filter themselves out because by week 4 or 5, you're not going to have the same team anyways because you're ad dropping people.
And trading if you...
Yeah, so if you tier draft, if you best available draft, don't worry about buys. That's another tip for you guys. Don't worry about buys. All right, so now we're going into the 10th round. We got Rashid Matthews and Alan Hearns for our wide receiver choices. And then also for running backs, C.J. Anderson and Theo Redrick are the best options.
I say C.J. Anderson. I mean, he's coming into Carolina. The only guy that would really take rushes away from him is Christian McCaffrey. But I still think I think that's a good RB by committee. I still think both of them are going to get a good amount of touches and a good amount of rushes and rushing yards.
Exactly. And C.J. Anderson also is going to be the goal line back, so he's going to get the ball within the 10-yard line and punch it in there.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to go C.J. Anderson as our fourth running back. Now, I know some people like to stack up on running backs. I also know some people like to stack up on receivers. We kind of have like a nice balance back and forth. So this round, in the 11th round, Theo Reddick, James Washington are our best running back options. Eli, Rashid Matthews, and Cameron Meredith. Josh Doctson, I really like this year for Washington as our 3 receiver options. Who do you like in this? Who are you liking in this round?
I don't know. It's either Cameron Meredith going to the Saints or Josh Doctson in Washington.
Why not Rashid Matthews?
I don't. He's got a bunch of guys ahead of him. I don't really think Marcus Mariota is going to look at him a lot this year. I just don't think he's going to produce as well as Cameron Meredith and Josh Doctson.
Yeah, he's the number 2. Really the number 3 because I think it's going to be Corey Davis, then Delaney Walker, who we have on our bench, and then you got Deion Lewis there catching the ball. So yeah, I think right. I would use Rashid Matthews as a deep bench bye-week filler.
Yeah.
Where Cameron Meredith, he's the number 2 in the Saints. He's also a bench bye-week filler, but I think he's going to be stronger because he has a better quarterback. Josh Doctson also kind of the same quarterback, but he's going to be this third option also. I'm going to go with Cameron Meredith along with you, Eli. I like that pick. So now we got a choice, Eli. Some people like to double up on tight ends and quarterbacks. So we have 2 players left on our bench. Let's just quickly look at the tight ends. It can be a waste of a pick if you don't pick the right one for tight ends. Charles Clay, Jared Cook, Benjamin Watson. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
We have a solid.
I do like in 12-team drafts. I do like to draft a backup quarterback just because anything can happen, and when there's more teams, more people are gonna want to pick up quarterbacks. So I say not this round, but the last round before our kicker defense, we get a backup quarterback.
Okay, and we do have Tom Brady. He is older. He is most
41.
likely could get broken. Go on the DL.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on those quarterbacks. So let's go look at the running backs. Gio Bernard, Baal Powell, Corey Clement. Nothing too exciting there. And then wide receivers, we got Josh Doctson, Mohamed Sanu, and Tyler Lockett.
I think Josh Doctson.
Yeah, we want him.
He's better than the running backs there. He's the best wide receiver out of those 3.
Yep, he was. We wanted him in the last round. Andrew Luck went. Matt Ryan went. Austin Hooper. The Vikings defense. Charles Clay. Charles Clay's not a bad pickup because they don't know who's going to be the quarterback yet. There, it's AJ McCarron or Josh Allen. Either way, they're both going to be looking at Charles Clay. So that's not a bad pickup to 13-5.
Yeah.
All right, so wide receivers, I think we're set with that. So let's go look at running backs. And we have Austin Eckler from the Chargers, Kenneth Dixon, which would be our handcuff to Alex Collins, which we don't really do a whole lot of handcuffing, and Doug Martin, which is not bad because
right now I'm with Doug Martin. He's in Oakland. I'm pretty sure he's the number 2.
1, 2 depends on how Lynch is feeling that day.
Yeah, definitely.
And John Gruden.
But then there's Phillip Rivers at quarterback. He's the best out of Patrick Mahomes, Marcus Mariota, and Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
I'm not touching Dak Prescott this year unless my team depends on it.
Nope, absolutely not.
It's just his targets. I mean, if Des Bryant was there, I might pick him up during the season, but I just don't trust him enough with those targets.
Exactly. I completely agree with that. All right, so we do have Tom Brady. I think we have a pretty solid team. Tom Brady, Jordan Howard, and Alex Collins are our running backs. Wide receivers starting are Hopkins and AJ Green. Tight end Delaney Walker. Our flex is Devin Funchess. In our bench, we have running backs Tevin Coleman, CJ Anderson, Pretty solid running back crew right there. And our
Yeah.
bench receivers are Sterling Shepard, Karen Meredith, and Josh Doxson. Now, this is where we're going to kind of argue and go back and forth, Eli. You like Phillip Rivers here, backup quarterback, which isn't a bad idea because we have Tom Brady. Both of them are going to produce a high amount of points. Both are quarterback ones.
I was gonna say Doug Martin over Phillip Rivers here.
Okay, because I was going to fight for Doug Martin too because that gives us a third running back on our bench. And he eventually could be the starter in Oakland if Lynch gets hurt. Lynch is getting older, and again, who knows what John Gruden is going to do. So we will not do a second quarterback. However, if Doug Martin wasn't there, we probably would have went Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I mean, because the best available after him would be Darren Sproles.
Yeah, and most likely we'll probably be dropping Karen Meredith or Josh Doxson for a backup, or even Doug Martin for another quarterback. And there's plenty of quarterbacks out there this year.
Yeah,
all right, so
definitely.
Doug Martin is off the board.
Especially with all the rookie quarterbacks out there. I mean, you could pick if you really needed to. You could definitely just pick up a rookie quarterback like Josh Allen come like week 5 or something.
Lamar Jackson. Yep, perfect.
Lamar Jackson, Josh, the other Josh there in Arizona, Josh.
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now. I have no idea.
Forgot.
Josh Allen and I don't know. Either way. All right, so we're moving on to our kicker defense. Not too big of a deal. Kicker, we're going to go with Steven Jakowski from New England, and we'll mortar through that just because he's the best kicker, and I'm okay to start him every week. Where I would rather stream defenses and keep a kicker than stream defenses and have to keep. I don't know. I'm streaming defenses before kickers. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, definitely. All right, for the defenses, we have New England, Carolina, Seattle, and Chicago. I think New England is the strongest and most consistent out of all of these 4.
They have the easiest division for sure.
That's true.
I mean,
because Seattle has to play the 49ers, which are actually going to be a lot tougher, and the Rams.
Yep, and
Carolina plays Saints.
And they lost half the defenses to trades, free agencies, and retirements. So, yeah, New England's a choice.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so to just finalize our draft, it was a very quick podcast tonight, but we wanted to get one out again. So our starting quarterback is Tom Brady, Jordan Howard, Alex Collins is our running backs, wide receivers Hopkins and Green, starting tight end Delaney Walker, flex is Devin Funchess, kicker defense is the Patriots defense and Steven Jakowski kicker. Backup running backs are Tevin Coleman, C.J. Anderson, and Doug Martin. And our backup wide receivers are Sterling Shepard, Karen Meredith, and Josh Doxson. I love this team. I know we got a 90 out of 100 or A-, but
we always say during these mock drafts, don't worry about the grade if you go on Draft Wizards because it doesn't really matter. It's the computer, and they judge on the cheat sheet, which is the best available.
Yeah, the ADPs. They go off the ADPs, which it's an awesome website because you get the mock draft and everything. We're not putting that part down. We're just saying don't get hyped up about your grades or the place that you finished, like on Yahoo, put you in the first place or second place.
Because you could have your starting quarterback as like Jimmy G, and they give you an A+.
Exactly, yeah. So it's just you're mocking against a computer, and if you do mock against humans, sometimes humans make mistakes by drafting a kicker in the 5th round or 6th round, like we said before.
I have seen someone do that, though.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I'm pretty sure they were doing it just to like fool around or something.
Exactly. All right, so that was our mock draft. Like I said, we're going to do a couple more throughout the summer, do a running back draft, and mix it up, running back, receiver, and whatnot. Right now, tonight, we went receiver, just to see what it looked like out of the 6th spot. So that's going to do it for us. You can find us on Twitter at Tyler Belowski, Tyler Belawske. You can find us on YouTube at the Tyler and Eli Fantasy Football Tips Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you follow on Twitter. And again, you can find us on draftandsleepers.com. It's a social networking website that we have teamed up again for the 2nd year this year. Those guys are awesome. They win awards every year for their website and their content. Again, place polls, questions, podcast. That's going to do it for us, Eli. You got any final thoughts or anything?
Yeah, so Doug Baldwin, I mean, I don't know. You can agree with Tyler. You can agree with me. But it's to get him on your team, you can just flip a coin because he's just inconsistent, it seems like. So he's just, I don't know. If you want Doug Baldwin, then you should ask someone else because either he's going to say no, I'm going to say yes every time. So
No, that's what makes it fun. Because you have to choose. Are you going to go with me? Or are you going to go with Eli? I think you said flip a coin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so flip a coin and,
Ask your friends, ask other podcasters.
He will produce. He's good.
Yeah.
I just don't like him. I don't like because I just don't like him. And you can listen to previous podcasts for a while. I don't like him.
Yeah.
So, my final thought is I will see you guys next week, hopefully with some more Texas barbecue in my belly because I'm going to the National Fantasy Football Convention in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Eli, it's been real. It's been short. And
I don't know. It's been way shorter than our 51 and 55-minute podcasts.
Yeah. But we try to stay around 30 to 45 minutes just because no one wants to listen to us babble on about nothing like we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I am Tyler Belaski.
I'm Eli Belaski.
And this is
signing off for the Tyler and Eli Fantasy Football Tips podcast.
We tell it how it is. See ya.
Bye.